Thank you, Isabel. I was just saying to Nicola, what an interesting morning it's been. Slugs, extremism and my testicles. Let's have a final look through today's papers with writer Emma Wolfe and journalist James Bloodworth. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Back for
both.
more.
Quickly, let's change the topic, shall we?
What,
Emma,
from slugs? We're moving on. Yeah?
the front page of the Express.
Oh, dear.
More
Slugs
Rwanda
to
plans.
Oh, God.
OK, one of the key pledges of Rishi Sunak's doomed leadership was... sorry, let's just say it like it is. Was to get a plane off the ground. It's now got down to that level. We will get a plane off the ground. So apparently, these plans, the Rwanda plans to send these deportation flights to Rwanda, are in a good place. This is according to the government. They are expected to get royal assent for their bill next week. And then they say it won't be months, it won't be days. The minute they get royal assent, it won't be days, but it won't be a question of months. So it's all kind of very...
Are we going to be back to that situation that I remember a summer or two ago? I was on this station in a different time, and the flight was there and all the television cameras, and 13 illegal migrants went up the stairs, and then 13 of them came back down the stairs because they'd woken up some left-wing lawyer in wherever, Strasbourg
they
probably,
didn't want to get on the
paid
flight.
by the taxpayer, and they didn't go. So, I mean...
Did you say a left-wing lawyer?
Well, of course, think how much lawyers they make, how much money they make.
But it's just the law is the law. It can't be right or left-wing.
Yeah, but these endless legal appeals. I mean,
Yes.
look, if a flight takes off, they'll claim that as a victory. I think.
And would you both be of the mindset that so bad is the situation, and somebody was saying this to the other day, that he has so staked his entire premiership on a hill, that chosen to die on a hill
No one cares.
nobody really thinks can work, right? We all want a problem sorted, but we don't think Rwanda is potentially the right answer. One plane, one person. Is that a win for Rishi Sunak?
because
Is that what
is
he's
not
thinking?
going to save him the general election.
No.
And, Jeremy, we've got this ludicrous situation, the separate scheme to pay
Don't start me.
illegal... I know.
Don't
To
start me.
pay illegal migrants, failed asylum seekers, £3,000 to remove themselves to Rwanda, to go to Rwanda...
Because that'll be a deterrent, won't it?
Voluntarily. So we pay them because we won't deport them, because we don't know how to deport them.
This was the news yesterday, wasn't it? I mean, you try telling people who are struggling. I spoke to somebody last night, right, who's lost their job, a mate of mine, right? He said, I might as well go to Rwanda for 6 months. No, but you laugh, James. It's an absolute joke.
Yeah,
It's a joke.
I mean, what else is the way to respond to this kind of thing now? I mean, Rishi Sunak, sometimes the government needs to do a U-turn, because on this he's staked so much political capital in it. It's a stupid plan. It's getting stupider every day.
It really
They're
is.
announcing these new initiatives which are even stupider than the last ones. Whereas it would actually make more sense for the country to just say, this was a mistake, I'm not going to do this anymore, I'm not going to waste any more
and
money
let's
on
This
it.
is what I
focus
don't
on-
understand, and why I
won't
genuinely
do that because
believe that he's
weak.
out of his depth and it
Yeah.
isn't a victim of circumstance, because I'm really strong on those 170,000 lists. I'm really strong on the fact that we need a processing system. And I'm really strong on the fact that I'm sorry, I don't want illegal immigrants in this country. But I absolutely will never sit here and say that maybe if we get 1 or 500 is the goddamn answer. Now we're paying them to go there.
Wouldn't it have been better to use the money to have an effective Home Office and Border Force and processing
Exactly.
system?
And when
Bingo.
people, when they are turned down, and we're not saying anyone should be chucked out, but when they are turned down for asylum and they've gone through the process, that they should be deported. And we don't seem able to enforce
I would
deportation.
reckon if they'd modernised the
Look
Home
at
Office and spent
Abdulaziz.
more time creating agreements with other countries rather than wasting all
agreements.
this money, it would have been better.
Chasing
Or dealing with
Yes.
the problem at source before people need to come over, which
Exactly.
I think
a
is even
processing
more
centre
humane.
in France.
Yeah, I think that's.
But also dealing with the
good idea.
reasons why people are coming over.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there are just so many
I think
other
we're all
things.
agreeing. Oh, this is Nicola Thorpe's favourite subject.
A story in the Times. Harry and William are to take part in the Diana Legacy Awards.
Yeah.
They will both be attending, but they won't be in the same room.
Yeah, so this is tonight at the Science Museum. Very, very exciting. William will be attending. It's 25th anniversary. William will be attending and giving a speech and handing out a few awards. Lots of questions about his wife, probably.
Yes.
And then
Stop
Harry...
it. Don't let her just... She and Piers Morgan are the worst conspiracy theorists over Kate. Leave it alone. I'm not talking
Leave it
about
alone. She's just recovering. I don't know what all the furore is about. I know we're not meant to be talking about Kate right now.
No.
But really, this is verging on bullying.
Can we make... Yeah, I agree.
I agree. I agree. Leave her alone.
Leave
but
her
I
alone.
think that it's
So-
actually
so
the
then-
palace that need to leave her alone, because it's, you know, they shouldn't have put out that photo
This
to
is
quell
your fault.
speculation.
This is your fault,
No, she's into
Wolfie.
her conspiracy
Can I
theories.
say how bad their
I
relationship
feel very
is?
sorry for her.
Can I say how...
How about whose
I just read a
relationship
headline
is?
on the front of the Daily Mail. I've never been dumped because I understand what men really want.
That's
by
Sam
Samantha
Brick.
Brick. Could be by you.
She's the
But
one
back
who wrote
to
that
this
book.
Nicola Thorpe.
story.
So then Harry will appear later, but
can't
after I know he doesn't
They
even want
are-
to be in the room while the Zoom is happening. So
I mean,
William will...
virtually doesn't want to be in the same room. Anybody who tells me that their relationship is irreparable.
I don't think anyone
Harry
will
and
tell you
William,
that.
Forever.
I think probably, but you never know with families. You just never know,
Unless he
and
dumps
you
that
never
woman
know.
and comes home with his tail between his legs.
We're not
Which
going
I
to
think
say
is-
that woman. You'd know her name.
I've forgotten. What is it?
Meghan Markle.
The Princess of Montecito, yes, her.
And so that's the two brothers at this event, but separately. And it's Diana Legacy. What
Say
more
that,
do you want me to
isn't it?
say?
It's like Ed and David Miliband all over again.
Well, the wrong one got the job on that case.
Yeah, probably. But no, I mean, I don't take much interest in the story. I mean, it gives them something to write about at least.
You do take
don't really
interest,
care.
James, in the Sun,
Trying to avoid
page
it all week.
26. British people, Nicola Thorpe, average 5 good deeds a week and are most helpful at lunchtime. And you poll 5. Why at lunchtime?
Why at lunchtime?
Have a sandwich.
Yeah, and it's 12:48, so that seems to be just before lunchtime when you'd be hangry, if nothing else, and irritable. But the most common good deed is holding a door open for someone.
What? That's
I don't know how they work this out.
That's not a good deed. That's
It's
just
general politeness.
General
Right, let's make
Yeah.
it really easy. Tell me, off the top of your heads, all of you, the last time you did a good deed for somebody. James Bloodworth.
Held the door open earlier.
Did you get
That
called
counts.
sexist? I did once when I did that. Emma Wolf?
I just offered to make someone a coffee upstairs, and they said no.
Nicola Thorpe?
I've never done anything good for anyone.
No, you have. What's the last nice thing you did?
I don't know, read your link?
Yeah, we're both struggling actually. On this. We're a couple of horrible people, to be perfectly honest. I can't think.
I'm sure there's something.
Oh, I
but
took
maybe
another
it's-
mum's kid home from school yesterday. That from the
That's
nursery.
called
a good deed.
kidnapping, love. That's not right, OK? Can I just
Ooh,
say...
I hope they're
Sorry,
both
If you'd
okay.
like, yes, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
if
I
the police
forgot to
are
return
watching, I
it.
just
Yeah.
honestly, yes, that's called
I
called
forgot. Oh,
abduction.
I've got 2 3-year-old. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoops.
I really want to cover this story, Emma. The revelation that photographs of grinning chimpanzees
Yeah.
on novelty greetings cards, and I expect on all kinds of images, they're now being scrapped over animal abuse fears.
Yeah, so Peter, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see a grinning chimp.
Yes.
And you know those rather eerie kind of chimps where they've got sunglasses on and they're doing a great big smile? Well, apparently that's not. I think we've known this for a while. It's not, they're not happy and cheery. It's a sign of possibly a grimace, so it's more of a grimace. Hallmark and Moonpig have stopped using them, and now PETA, the animal rights organisation, are asking Carlton Cards to remove them as well. They are a bit weird, and I do think... Do you remember the PG tips with the chimps?
Yes, of course.
And there was lots of talk around whether the chimps, how did you make them kind of do weird things and smile and stuff? And apparently you sort of prod them or put a needle in their foot or something.
It's certainly not where they're supposed to be.
And I don't think
is
those
it?
cards really need to be.
There was a birthday
no great
card
loss.
once with a picture of me on it. It said, "When I grow up, I want to be on the Jeremy Kyle show." That sort of thing you'd
That
send
is-
anybody.
I ended
no.
up doing it, though, didn't I?
No, well, not really. James, this is good. James has got a nice, light-hearted one. Well, man sinking a fortune into building an exact replica of the Titanic. What the hell's that all about?
Yeah, it's a bit weird. So when I
billionaire?
when I first read this story, it's an extremely rich individual. I first assumed it was him building like a miniature Titanic, but no, he wants to build like a full-size Titanic and sail it as well across the. Well, I don't know if he's going to be sailing it, but
Sorry,
but
Where's he going to keep it?
Wasn't that James Cameron?
Yeah, no.
yeah, but he-
Genuinely the same size as the Titanic.
Yeah, it's supposed to be and go on a maiden voyage as well from Southampton, New York, just like the doomed liner. I mean, I don't know why anyone would want to go on that, but I suppose there are these kind of obsessives with the Titanic does attract
Yeah, it's a
obsessives.
huge industry.
So yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So I
Would
imagine
you go on
that's-
it? Why would you
Why
go on
not?
it?
You're
kind
not
of
going
more
to
money than sense.
But you're not going to strike an iceberg, are you? You're not
So-
going to
Global
go down in the
thanks
same
to
way.
global warming.
Here's a big...
Oh,
yes.
God, here we go.
There we
No
go. Thank
way
you,
can we
James.
get global warming
Here's a
into
question for you.
conversation.
They've written it in the story.
If it is going to be an exact replica, will they have the exact number of lifeboats that the original Titanic had?
Health and safety, no.
No. There we go.
Listen, don't...
Would you go on it?
No.
No?
No, I'd fly. I can't be... I don't want to... Why would it take that long? I mean, why would you go on a boat on a cruise anyway? Only people who aren't to eat a lot go on cruises, don't they?
Cruises do sound pretty deadly.
I mean, you and I
you're
wouldn't like a cruise.
I
Oh,
would
it's
get
great. And do you know what they do
so
on cruises,
upset.
people? Do you know what they do?
Same people every
And do you know what they do?
morning.
Yeah.
It's here. I've paid for it. I'm having some
gonna
more.
eat it, I know.
I'm 100%. I've never been on one, and if anyone's watching and
Oh,
wants to
wow.
give me a free cruise, I'd be very, very grateful.
Reach out to this man.
I'm absolutely up for it. You kidding me?
Sorry?
You get to. Please tell me you've got me a free
Rob
cruise.
Edwards, he wants to take you on a cruise around the Caribbean,
Stop
maybe
it.
to Luton Town.
Stop it. I think they're a great idea. Anyway, not if they end up with the same fate as
If Clive
the
Palmer's
Titanic.
watching, he's the guy who's funding this journey, then maybe he should reach out.
There we go.
He's going to have one boat for himself and he's going to take Nicola Thorpe, mate. You'd need a bigger boat than that. She'll be all over the shop, won't you?
No, but
think that was a fact
I'd
joke.
go on like Abramovich.
No, it wasn't. It was. You'd be running around. The baby would be scampering everywhere. It'd be a nightmare.
Baby on a cruise, nightmare. I'd go on like Abramovich's super yacht. I'd go on one of these amazing yachts. But I mean, looks a bit sort of shoddy.
So,
to
and a
me.
Russian oligarch, not a problem, but an American
But then it would be
billionaire, I
proper
don't agree
luxury.
with.
This
Yeah?
guy is just like building it out of
You know what you've got to
matchsticks or
do when you get
something.
home? Put that child back to its parents.
Yeah, I'm going to
might
take
be a
it back
good
to
idea.
the mum.
Goodness, we've descended into madness. Well, thank you so much for joining
Thanks,
us
guys.
this morning, Emma Wolf and James Bloodworth.